So before I begin, I need you to send this video to Joe Rogan. I need all of you to send this video to Joe Rogan. Joe Rogan, you are without doubt the biggest champion for hunting that the hunting community has on a global scale. You've had incredible mentors in Steve and Cam that have taught you the ethics as well as given you the perspectives of what hunting does for wildlife and people in North America and all over the world. And you know what it does for you. You know what it does physically and spiritually for you. Joe, you're also the first one that calls bullshit when bullshit needs to be called. And you're also the one that says that you want to keep adding incremental layers to your education about a certain topic so that you can speak eloquently and intellectually about that topic. And there's no greater topic to be well educated around than a topic that has a negative perception around it, like hunting. So Joe, I'm going to call bullshit on you. I'm going to call bullshit on you based on the perception that you have on African hunting. Because what you essentially did was you looked into a barrel of apples and you went, I'm going to pick that one bad apple, and that is going to be my perspective of what hunting in Africa is like. So I've watched the Louis Theroux documentary on South Africa. And yes, we have to be honest that are there places like that in South Africa that are in it for as many animals as you possibly can kill in a short amount of time? There are. Is there a misperception of rich white folks going to Africa and killing charismatic animals? There is. So I completely understand your misperception. However, I am incredibly grateful to Clay Newcomb explaining to you the idea of what a trophy hunter is and how trophy hunting provided a cultural value to animals, specifically mature male animals of an older age class, on not only North American wildlife, but wildlife across the globe, including African wildlife. Look, you see hunting an elephant, a leopard, a buffalo in the mature male age category is no different than you walking up into the woods and arrowing a mature bull elk. There is no difference when you peel back the layers of Disneyfication and personal preference. They are the same cultural value, whether it's in Africa or in the mountains of Colorado. So like Cam and Steve, I'd like to provide you some additional layers to your hunting rhetoric to add into your repertoire so that when next you are on your podcast and you're talking about hunting, or you are on stage, or if you're in a personal conversation and you're talking about hunting and African hunting comes up, you can say, oh man, my bullshit got called. And here's some facts that I'd like to explain to you that the consequence of hunting does in Africa. 500,000 to 26 million. That is the difference in head of wildlife from 1970 to today in South Africa. All because of the value put on wildlife and hunting. I don't have the data, I don't have the science, but anecdotally you could expect an order or two of magnitude increase in non-game species associated with that number. Pretty impressive. 1.5 million square kilometers. That number is irrelevant without context. That number is about equivalent to Alaska. Alaska is 1.7 million square kilometers. That number is equal to Texas, California, and Montana combined. That is the area of habitat that is protected in Africa because of hunting. 341 million US dollars. That is what the projected GDP in South Africa is through hunting. 20 to 100%. That is the general range of revenues being generated back into local communities across Africa because of hunting. 17,000 employment opportunities in South Africa alone as a result of hunting. You can take that number and essentially multiply it by 10 based on the direct impact of that one employment opportunity and the 10 individuals that it touches outside in the community. But there's also intangibles. The fourth generation landowner, the fourth generation custodian of the wildlife, of the habitat, of the land that toils day in and day out to make sure that wildlife is sustained. You have people like Spider, like Sam, like Gavin, whose livelihoods are intricately and intimately involved in hunting. And without it, they have no life, essentially. So these are intangibles. And I can produce video content till I'm blue in the face to show these people and the actions and the consequences of hunting and hunters. But I'll never be able to show you what I know. Unless, Joe, you come. Joe, come with me. Come to Africa. I want you to see it. Because you can bury these statistics in the back of your brain. You can bury these numbers and you can use them. But if you came and you shook hands with a spider and you saw the impact and you saw the prolific wildlife, that seed would be absolutely buried and it would germinate. Because the next time someone says something or the next time you see something, you would say, that's not what I saw. That's not the reality of what I saw versus what someone told you. So Joe, the invitation is there. You name it, you name the place, you name when, we will take you. And I can guarantee it'll be open book. Because that's what you would want. You would want an objective look, and we'll give it to you. So take me up on the offer. Take us up on the offer. You are the biggest champion for hunting we have, and we need you to understand the details. So come, be on the ground, face to face, hand to hand with the people that are intimately connected to hunting. I appreciate you listening this far if you have. So, reach out.